Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue when they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rams will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas's offense will get the first swing of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Bond.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Blue. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On the run, it's Blue. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bolden. Touchdown Longhorns! Made made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Colorado State's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The Rams come to the line in the hurry-up. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Fowler DeColosi. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
And the Rams will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Got it behind the line. It's held. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Gonna run it. It's Blue. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
The Rams headed quickly to the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Rams will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Quick strike complete.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The Rams line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Texas offense. Davey, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Bond. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps. He's good against bubble screens. And he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
Caught behind the line. It's held. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Now, 4th down.
And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
To the ground with the back. Oh, gave the defender the business. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Wants to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Rams racing to the line in the hurry-up. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Rams will try to pin them back with the punt. Looking for a block. It's Bolden. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Caught in the backfield. It's held. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Ewers. It's complete to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide out in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out. Continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense. You're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
And the Rams want to crank the tempo. Give to the running back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to run for it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Fowler-Nicolosi. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorns! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The Rams in the hurry up. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Jukes his way for more. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Quickly out to the tight end. The Longhorns get enough for the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going to the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the run, it's Baxter. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Rams will punt it away on 4th down. Running it back, it's Bolden. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
The quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Now on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. A 1st and 10 for this offense. He's gonna pass. Fires to the big fella. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll immediately call timeout.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Getting some heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense there, mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It is perfect.
That makes the score Texas 28, Colorado State 10.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
Texas.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half.
Texas.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The Rams want to move quickly. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Dropping back, it's Fowler DeColosi using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. It's 1st down from the 11. The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting the tackle for loss.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Colorado State! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They've cut into this lead. It's down to 11 as they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Movement here from the tight end. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. On the ground with the counter. At midfield, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bolden. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Got it in the middle, it's Bond. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the change, it's first down at the 27. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Back to the ground with the running back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Got his man in the middle. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here's the handoff. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the 1st down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
The Rams will have it 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And the Rams moving quickly to the line. They'll try the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Pulls and fired complete. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
And you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Gets it out fast. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Now on 2nd down and short. To the air. It's Fowler-Nicolosi. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Now the play fake. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And how about the complementary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The Rams are in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's vs.Colorado. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And this one splits the uprights.
That makes the score Texas 35, Colorado State 20.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Take this one away. Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Golden. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide out in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Bond. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
He's taking the shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Looking to throw, it's vs.Colorado. Got the quick pass. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
On second down, looking again to throw. Got his man quickly. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. All kinds of running room. The 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Rams line it up with a 1st and goal. On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rams!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Knocked down for the tackle.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bolden. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Open space at the 25. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. That's caught. It's Bond. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Longhorns have taken it inside the 20. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Wants to throw on third down. They're setting up the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical, and this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado State takes over the rim. Offense returns to the field. Fires to the wideout. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires to the big fella. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Bolden. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Third down coming up.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Baxter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He's got his man. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. On target over the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It leads to 2nd down.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
To throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
The Rams have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Rams come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
It's now 4th down.
There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Lining up for the PAT.
On for the extra point.
Hit that one with some aggression for the point after.
That makes the score Texas 45, Colorado State 33.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.